This will be my 4th video today, so I've been spitting them out today. So, I don't know, if you only look at the little subscription bar that shows my last video, you might have missed some. In fact, you probably miss a lot because I do make a lot of videos because I talk about a lot of different things. I'm thinking about maybe starting like a podcast thing so I can condense more things into one thing, and I'm actually thinking about getting a second person to talk to in my podcasts. I got a couple of candidates, but we'll see where that goes. I wanted to make a video to give a shout out to the Washington Huskies for clinching, at the minimum, a share of the Pac-10 title. On Saturday, we did it by beating Arizona up here in Washington. My friend was at the game. My friend has gone to 6 games this year. Well, no, 5. He's going to the Cougar game. He's been to every Washington Husky home football game of the last 6 years. He even pretty much canceled his Disney World vacation, or delayed it, so he could go to the Oklahoma game last year, even though he knew we were going to get killed. So he's a fan. You can't say anything bad about him, even though he is a Cowboys fan for some reason. Even though he's lived up here his whole life. I don't know. I don't ask him about that stuff. Anyway, I wanted to give this team a shout out, even though I don't follow them and I don't like college basketball very much. But I go to the university. I am a Washington Husky, pretty much. I mean, I don't play on the team, but I attend the university, so I feel compelled to support them, even though I don't really watch them. Now, to just look over the team real quick, because I know a little bit about the team. I don't know. It's like my thing with college basketball is, and this is just from what I've seen, I don't watch a ton of it or anything. When I watch college basketball, I see 20 seconds of each possession. The first 20 seconds involves 3 people running back and forth at the top of the key and handing it off to each other. And I don't dig it because the shot clock is 35 seconds. So they stand around for like 20-25 seconds, and when the shot clock gets down to double digits, they finally start doing something. And there's very little strategy involved. Everything is very vanilla because these players aren't as basketball savvy as the professionals, and I just can't get into it. But I'm happy the team's doing well. I'm happy for the region. And from what I've seen, our best case scenario is a 2 seed in the tourney. More realistically, we're looking at a 3 or 4. And if things don't go well for us, we might go down to 5, maybe even 6. That's what my friend says anyway. But I'm very happy for them. I'm proud of them for playing so well. But college basketball, I don't even watch March Madness because the whole college basketball thing doesn't work for me. Everything is so vanilla. I don't like seeing these players just stand around, throw it back and forth to each other, hand it off at the top of the key. It's not complex enough. That's why I like basketball. Even though sometimes basketball, the NBA, turns into one-on-one matchups with Kobe Bryant driving the lane every play and Dwayne Wade driving the lane every play or whatever. It still offers more things to me than the college game. But, you know, it's still basketball. It's still a sport. It's still competitive. So it's cool. And, you know, I'm just looking at the numbers here. I know about Isaiah Thomas. A lot of people tell me about him. I've seen him play. I do like him. He's not a traditional point guard, which sometimes inhibits us. He is not a passer. He is a scorer. But, you know, he averages, so far this year, he's averaging 16 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. So he actually has more turnovers this year than assists. God damn it, I cannot pronounce assist. Assist. It's like aluminum for some people. Some people can't pronounce aluminum. You know, he's also averaging a steal a game. Not a great shooter. You know, he's not a marksman like a Steve Nash is, but he gets his points, and he's a good point guard for us. You know, he gets the job done. We actually have another great guard with Justin Dentman, the shooting guard. Our marksman from three-point land. He 43% average from three-point range. He contributes about 16 points a game, a couple of rebounds, a couple assists, a couple steals a game. So we got a nice guard tandem going. And we have John Brockman, probably my favorite player on the team from what I know. Again, I don't know that much because I don't really follow the team that much, but I do kind of support him because I go to the university. Again, John Brockman, great forward, gives us 15 points and 11 rebounds a game, leads the team in minutes played. So, he's our main rebounding source because our second leading rebounder, Poindexter, averages 6. Brockman averages more than 11, so that's great. And what else? He's average. His free throw percentage is very high, 53%. We have Poindexter, our other starting forward, 12 points and 6 rebounds a game. Gives us another nice option down there. We don't really have a center. I was looking at our 2 people that are listed as centers are Joe Wolfinger and Artem Wallace, and between those they average 11 minutes a game. So we kind of roll without a dominant center. We don't got our Greg Oden. We don't have our whatever Shaquille O'Neal. We don't roll like that, but it works. I mean, right now we're ranked 21 in the country, and that might go up because we beat Arizona this week. I'll talk more about that in a second, but I know right now UCLA and Arizona are ahead of us in the rankings. That might change because it looks like we're going to win the Pac-10. I don't know. I don't know really how that works. This whole thing confuses me because I know Washington was leading the Pac-10 last week, even though we had a worse record than Arizona because we had a better conference record than Arizona, and that just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it, but whatever. Anyway, players that contribute off the bench. Matthew Bryan Manning gives us 7 points and 4 rebounds a game. We really only have one sharpshooter from three-point land, which is Dentman. Isaiah only shoots like 30% from beyond the arc. Elston Turner doesn't take too many threes, but he averages 24, which isn't too bad. That's one thing that this team doesn't seem to have. We also don't have a great passer. Isaiah leads the team in assists with 2.6 per game. So, it's a flawed team, but it gets the job done. Again, we're looking at a very good seeding in the tournament. 3 or 4 probably. No matter what happens, we have a share of the Pac-10, and we have 2 games left in the year. We play the University of Seattle and Washington State. Those should be 2 easy wins. I looked things up, and there's no excuse for us to not take care of business in those games. So we should lock this thing up, and I'm probably not even going to watch the tournament because college basketball, I'll check the scores after the game's over. I'll see who played well. I'll see who didn't play well. You might see me talk about it a little bit, but college basketball, man, it's not awful. I could think of worse things than watching college basketball, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it, man. But again, I'm happy for the team. Got a lot of good contributors here. Vinoy Overton gives us 20 minutes a game, 6 points, a couple rebounds, a couple assists. I'm just listing off some names here that I notice are contributing. And, I look at these numbers, and they're not even impressive by NBA standards, so I don't know what's good and what's not. I see our leading scorer, Isaiah, is averaging 16 points a game. And, immediately what jumps to my mind is, oh, man, that sucks. But it's better than a lot of college teams out there can say. So, go Huskies, go, or whatever. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I do follow the football team, but college basketball, I just let it be what it's going to be. And that's a shame because the college basketball team has been really good in the last several years. Just real good. And I just can't get into it. And I'll be rooting for you guys, but I'll stick to the NBA. Just wanted to give them a shout out and talk about the team a bit before the season ends because I do know a little bit about them. Alright, see you guys later.